Yes, yesterday class topic. I think we're discussing flow control, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, flow control. Today we have to complete the flow control statements, guys. Already today, fourth day of the flow control. Yeah. If we take the core Java folder, class notes on part one, flow control statements, right? Yeah, fine. Last class we done the for loop, right? The for loop multiple possibilities is done, like unreachable statements and infinite loop and increment, decrement, break versus continue. This is all complete, right? Yeah. Next one is like you can take the for each loop, guys. The for each loop which is introduced in 1.5 version, as for each loop is which is introduced in 1.5 version basically. What are the difference between for loop and for each loop we will discuss. So yes, if we take the class name is called test class. Assume like I have the array element, integer array a equal to, I have the 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, something like 4 elements I taken. So guys, I want print the array data. Array means to store the group of elements, right? To store the array data, the system dot out dot print enough. So you can write the a of 0 basically. A of 0, guys, you have to take the values like a of 0 and a of 0. Next one is what? A of 1, a of index starts from always 0, right? A of 0, a of 1, a of 2, and what? A of 3, right? Exactly. Yeah. A of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, right? Exactly. But see guys, my application contains 10 values. If application contains 10 values means like that 10 lines of A of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is recommended, not recommended definitely. Yeah, is the 10 lines recommended, not recommended, not recommended. Because can I take the
Not
for
recommended.
loop here? For loop here, A of 0, 1, 2, 3, this is I value, right? Can I take A of I value? A of I means A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. Can I take the I value, right? Exactly. The same data can I print using for loop? Using for loop, how can we print the same data means using for loop, guys. For index starts from 0, right? Int I equals 0. How many times I want to repeat this loop? Like 4 times, right? Because the array contains how many values here? 4 values, right? Instead of making the 4 times 4,
Till 3.
can I use like length variable here? Length means what?
Yes.
How many times the data is there? That many number of times the loop is repeated, right? Exactly. Then here you can write the I plus plus. Then here simply we have to write system data outer data system data outer printed of a of I, right? That's it. A of I means what? A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. Like that length how much that many number of times the loop is repeated, right? That many number of times the loop will be repeated, right? Exactly, guys. Just open the command prompt. Open the command prompt local disk E. So Java C, the application is called what? Test.java. I think the code is compiled fine. So Java the class is called, which class is here? Test class. How many times data is printing total here? 2 times data will be printed, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. I think when compared to first approach index based, second approach is good, right? For loop. Good.
Yes.
When compared to second approach, third approach is better using for each loop, guys. The for each loop syntax is for colon. That's it. For colon. For colon. Right hand side, which data you are going to print here? Right hand side, which data I am printing means A data, right? Right hand side simply you can give the data like A data. Right hand side, guys. A data. Left hand side, A is what type of data? There's A
Array.
array type. What the type? Integer type, right?
Int.
Integer. Simply can make the integer x variable, some temporary variable, guys. So right hand side, which data we are printing, they take the data. Left hand side, A is what type of data? Integer data, right? You can make the integer x variable. That's it. Just you are passing your A values into A values into which variable, guys? Temporary variable x variable, right? Yes, yes, you are passing A values into the temporary variable, or the temporary variable here, x variable, right? Exactly. Hmm? Just you can print the x value, right? Just you can print the x value. Guys, which one is which one is better here? Is that for loop is
Third
better,
one.
for each loop is better?
For each.
For each better, right? Exactly, guys. That's what it will for each loop. So guys, for each loop
So
syntax,
for this for each loop automatically identify how much is the length of of an array,
it will print all the
and it
elements.
will have to. Okay.
So the syntax of the for loop is for each loop is what? Colon. Right hand side is a value because next class is frequent I'll use for each loop only, guys, not for loop. That's what you try to focus. Simply colon, right hand side is a because I'm going to print a data. Left hand side is a is what type of data? Integer type, integer x variable, right? That's it, guys. Integer x variable. That's all. Just you are passing your all a values into you're passing your all a values into the x variable, right? Just I'm printing x value. Whereas you simply run the code is compiled fine, code executed fine. So we got output is 3 times, right? That is called for loop versus what? For each loop, guys. Guys, tell me what the difference between for loop and for each loop? Guys, what is the difference between the for loop and for each loop? That's the question.
Memory allocation is higher.
Memory wise, okay. Both are why memory?
Length we can calculate at each and loop it will executed.
Okay, but it doesn't mean for a memory, right?
Condition is not checked
Exactly.
in for each loop.
Guys, in for loop, we can apply the conditions. Assume like your array contains 1000 elements. If your array contains 1000 elements, can you print the values from 333 to 444, right? By applying incrementing 5 and 6? Yes or no? If array contains 1000 elements, can I get the data 333 to 444 by stepping 6 or not? It means for each loop we can apply the conditions, guys. What about for each loop? For each loop, can we apply the conditions? No, right? For each loop, just to get the data from starting from ending, and you can get the data from starting to ending, guys. That's it. Guys, for each loop, conditions are not applied. For each loop, just to read the data from starting to ending. So, 1000 elements means it reads from 1 to 1000 completely all the elements, guys. It reads all the elements. Is that clear now? There's difference between the for loop and what? For each loop, guys. The for each loop conditions are not applied. So for loop means it is possible to apply the condition starting value, ending value, how much you want increment. You can apply this many number of conditions, guys. For each loop means what? Prints the data from starting to ending, right? Conditions are apply, not apply means no conditions are apply, guys. No conditions are apply, right? Exactly. That is called for each loop, guys. And yesterday I given these assignments, right? You try to check the assignments. Good, guys. Next is the while loop. If you take the while loop, check the syntax of the while loop, guys. While of condition. While of condition. If the condition is true means what happened, guys? Body will be executed, right? Guys, condition is true means what happened? Body will be executed, right?
What
While
will
of
be executed?
while of condition is true means body executed. Like that loop is repeated how many times, guys? The loop will be executed until the condition is
Fixed.
failed, right? Exactly. Body condition body condition body condition body. Here we don't have any increment, guys. We don't have any decrements, and we don't have any starting value and all, right? Just to check the condition, where you check the condition, process the data, you can go for the while loop, guys. Hmm? Just to check the condition and process the data, that's all. Just to check the condition, process the data, then simply we are using which loop, guys, here? Simply we are using which loop? While loop, right?
While
Exactly. The below we can see this is a for loop to print the data 10 times. Int I equals 0, int j equals 0, j less than 10, j plus plus good morning. While loop to print the data 10 times. While loop to print the data 10 times. I equals 0, somewhere the initialization is there, here a condition is there, here increment decrement is there, right? Yes or no?
yes.
So this is for loop printing the data 10 times. This is the while loop printing the data 10 times. Guys, tell me just to print the data 10 times, which one is recommended? Tell me. Is that for loop is recommended or while loop is recommended?
While loop.
Why, man?
For loop.
For loop.
Why while loop, man? While loop initialization is there in one place, condition is there in another place, increment decrement is there in another place, right? But if you take the for loop, all the statements are there in the single place, right? Initialization, condition, increment, decrement part. Hmm? Yeah, definitely. Which one is recommended, guys? Definitely.
Statement
To print the data 10 times, it is recommended to use the for loop, right? Exactly.
for loop.
Then what the purpose of while loop? While loop just for the checking the condition, guys. When we have the initialization or increment decrement part, then simply you can go for loop or while loop. Guys, when we have the initialization and increment decrement, then definitely how to go with the for loop.
For
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 loop.
loop.
Exactly.
for loop.
For loop, right? Exactly. Guys, I'll give one small requirement. Try to observe the requirement. In my application, I have the guest number like 25. In my application, I have the guest number like 25. Okay. In application, I have the guest number like 25. Guest number like 25. I can take the guest value from end user. Guest value from end user. Assume like if end user is enter the guest value like 12. 12 means what? Which is like less than 25, right? Less than 25 means I have to give the message to the user, hey, you entered less than guest value, enter again. For example, if user is entered the 30, 30 means is more than 25, right? More than guest value, right? Give the message like you entered more than guest value. Give the message like you entered what? More than guest value, right? Exactly. When he entered the 25, then we have to stop the loop, guys. When he entered the 25, you have to stop the loop, right? Exactly. I think the point is clear. Yeah. So here you can see, take the application like the guess value is 25. If you enter the more than guess value, give the message like you entered more than guess value. If you enter the less than guess value, give the message like you entered less than guess value. If you enter the same value, congratulations, you can stop the execution, guys. In this case, in this case, in this case, in this case, tell me, guys. In this case, do you know like how many times to repeat the loop? Guys, do you know how many times to repeat the loop? We don't know whether
No.
the end user is entered the
No.
correct value, right? Exactly. And
Yes.
do you have any starting value? Starts from this statement onwards. There is no starting
No.
value.
No.
Do you have any ending value? This many number of times you have to repeat. No, right? Just here we
No.
have to check the condition, right? Check the condition and print the data, right? Then can I take this one is using while loop, guys? Can I do that requirement using while loop? Guys, how can I do this using while loop? First of all, to take the data from end user, we require which object is here? Scanner object. Scanner is equal to new scanner of. Scanner is equal to what? New scanner of. We can write like system.in. Yeah, system.in. Then you can take the number. But I want to take the number one time or multiple times.
Multiple times.
That's what. See, first of all, you can take the guess equal 25, guys. Now you want to take the number. Number I want to take the one time or multiple times from the end user. That's what. Can I take the data in while loop, right? While loop. Tell me, guys, while loop. This while loop. How many times I want to repeat? This while loop condition.
Multiple times.
Multiple times.
Till the condition is met.
Uh, how many times I want to repeat until he enter the correct value, right? But do you know when he enter the correct value?
No.
We don't know.
Then what we will do? What the condition you can pass here?
Guess double equals to
Yes, double equal to. This is a scalar object, right? Why yes, double equal to. Guys, here you don't know how many times to repeat the loop.
S
Yeah,
double
yes.
equals to
Cool. Why yes, you are checking. I don't know. S is a scanner object. Scanner object and while loop there is no relation. First of all, while of true I can write, guys. While of true means what? While of true means what? The loop is repeated how many times, guys? Here?
Condition is
Infinite times, right? Because we don't know how many times to repeat. If we don't know how many times to repeat, simply can take the while of true, right? You can take the while of true, right? Exactly. While of true you can take. Then here you can take the system.out.println of. So here I said like enter your guess value. Enter your guess value like this. I can take that guess value. Scanner that which method we have to use, guys? Next into method. Next into method what it returns here? next method it returns the integer number variable, right? Otherwise simply can write the user guess variable. That's all. Now we have to check the condition, guys. So how many options I have? We have to check this user guess double equal to guess or not, and equal to guess or not, greater than guess or not, less than guess or not. In that case, how many options we have? Definitely three options we have. Three options means can I use if else, else if? Definitely how to use the else if, right? Else if
Else.
means what?
Else.
If condition here, if user guess
User
is
guess.
greater than guess value. If user guess is greater than guess value means what the message you can use? System dot out dot print.
Entered number is greater than the guess
You
value.
have entered
You are entered
You have entered more than
more than guess value, right? You entered
yes.
what? More than guess value, right? You entered like more than guess value, guys. It's fine. You entered more than guess value, then again loop is repeated, enter the value again, right? Enter the value again. You can write the else if condition. Else if user guess, tell me guess, user guess less than
Less
guess
than or
value.
equal to this.
Less than guess value, that's fine. So you enter now. Hmm.
Less than guess value.
You entered more than less than guess value, right? Exactly. Guys, other than these two conditions, he'll enter the zero
Else.
only, right? Else block, what I can write here? Hmm. Your guess is correct.
Enter the
Congratulations.
proper guess value.
Oi. One is a more than guess value, one is a less than guess value. Other than these two, you enter the correct value only, right?
Default.
Huh?
Okay, sorry, sir.
You entered, your your guess value is correct.
Your guess.
Your guess is correct. Congratulations. Then I want stop the execution, right? Then how can we stop the execution now? Simply can I use break statement here? That's it,
Break.
right? Now you got the clarity, right? While of true means the loop is repeated like infinite times. When I want to stop the loop means what? Then simply I can check the condition. I can use a break statement, right? Guys, this coding is very, very important application level. Try to focus the coding, guys. Guys, always try to analyze what the requirement, what is the data I have to use, like which statement I have to use. Always, if you observed or not, I'm checking the requirement, I'm applying the data. I'm checking the requirement, I'm applying the data. Always you have to analyze the code, guys. Okay, which one is suitable? Is that for loop is suitable, or for each is suitable, or while loop is suitable, like that. Without checking directly, don't apply the loops, guys, because the fresher level, the students always, if he feel like for loop, like he can write the for loop, that's it. But directly don't apply the for loop, because you have to first of all check, do you have any starting value, increment value, condition and all. Then you can go for the for loop. Oh, I don't have any starting value, increment value, this all, just I have the condition check. Just you have the condition check means simply you can go for the while loop, right? Condition check, you have to go for while loop, right? Exactly. After taking the guess value, what you have to do? First of all, you have to check that guess value is a more than guess value, less than guess value, equal to guess value. Okay, I have the three options means if else is not recommended. Which one is recommended, guys? Else if is recommended, right? Like that, you have to analyze the requirements, and you're in a position to apply the code, guys. Yeah, that is the requirement, guys. Guys, while loop is clear, everyone? Oh, I think I didn't run this code.
Yes, sir.
I didn't run this code. Can you please compile this code? Java C test.java. Oi, what error, man?
Close the scanner update,
Import.
sir.
No, import is not done.
My God, import is not done. So simply can do the import statement, import java dot util dot, because we are doing the project
Util
with
scanner.
Eclipse, right? Eclipse ID, we never do the import statements. That's what frequent and forget the imports. Scanner dot close also, right? It's fine. Then you can close, compile, code is compiled, fine, code executed, fine. Enter the guess value. I entered guess value is 30, 35. 35 means more than guess value, less than guess value. More
More
than
than.
guess. Loop is again repeated, right? Loop is again repeated. Enter the 12, less than guess value. So 235, more than guess value. 1, less than guess value. Enter the 25. Your guess is correct. Congratulations. Congratulations, worker. Okay. It's fine, guys. You got the clarity, right? So first time itself, I enter the 25. First time itself, it will stop the loop. Yes, first time itself, it will stop the loop or not. I'm happy. Guys, that's basically like while loop. When we have the condition check, only condition check, simply can go for the while loop, guys. Yes, for loop is recommended when we have the starting value, ending value, increment equivalent value. While loop is recommended when we have only condition check, right? Only when we have the condition check, guys. Guys, while of true means what happened? This code is executed infinite times. Ratan world executed infinite times. Definitely Anu world is unreachable, right? Yes or no? Unreachable. Huh? Good.
Yes.
Yes, if you remove the condition, in while loop condition is mandatory, optional. Guys, in while loop condition is mandatory. Definitely, because in for loop, what is the default condition, guys?
True.
Yeah, in for loop the default condition is true, right? But in while loop condition is mandatory, guys. We have to put some condition here, right? Exactly. Is it clear now? So if you write a false means what is the output now? Guys, please mute Shivakumar. Yeah. Tell me, guys. Here, if you write the false means what's the output now? Wait, false means
Outer.
what's the output, man? False. False means the loop itself is unreachable, right? Because the control is never entering into the loop, right? The loop itself is unreachable, guys.
Yes.
Guys, when you write the true and false conditions, always check like you will get the unreachable code. Because false means the remaining code is not executed. True means what? Sorry, true means the remaining code is not executed. False means
Inner loop is not executed.
the loop itself will not execute, right? The loop itself will not execute, right? Exactly. It's very clear now. There's information regarding while loop, guys. There's information about the while loop. You try to complete the small assignment about the while loop. Guys, what is the assignment here? So take the employee ID, employee name, employee salary from end user. Okay, take the employee ID, employee name, employee salary from end user. After taking the data, just print the data. Print statement you can use it just to print the data. Take the employee ID, employee name, employee salary from end user. After taking the data, just to print the data, right? After taking the data, just to print the data. After printing, the give the message like, do you want one more record? Yes, just you take in the data, you are printing the data. After printing, you have to give the message like, do you want one more record? Yes, I want one more record. Yes, if you want one more record, again take the data, again print the data. Yes, again take the data and what? Again print the data. When you enter the no means stop the execution, right? Here enter the no means what? Stop the execution, right? Exactly. Guys, here first you take the data, print the data. After printing the data, check like, do you want one more record? Yes, if I enter this means what? Again take the data, again print the data. If enter the no means what? Stop the execution. Here, do you know like how many times to repeat the loop? Guys, do you know how many times to repeat the loop?
More than time.
I don't know like how many times to repeat. Then you can take the while of true, right? So no, guys, while of true.
Yes.
While of
Yes.
true I can take, and if option double equal to no, if option double equal to no, can I use the break statement, right? Break is the break statement. Other than no means what? Yes, only the loop is repeated again multiple times, infinite times, right? When the no is there, then only loop is stopped, right? Then if option dot equals of no, then you can stop the execution, right? Stop the execution, guys. Guys, you try to complete this assignment, okay? Today class only one assignment. This is assignment, guys. Good. Last one is the do while statement, guys. The do while, if you want to execute the body at least once, okay? Because in the do while, first do is there, then while condition is there. In do while, do take in the body, guys. Do while, do take in the body, do this body. After that, check the condition, while of condition. After that, check the condition, while of condition, right? Exactly. So in do while, do of body, while of condition, right? While of condition, right? Exactly. Without checking any condition, guys, first time the body will be executed, then the condition will be checked. In a do while, how many times? What are the minimum occurrences, guys? Minimum occurrences are 0 or 1 in do while.
One.
One, right? Minimum
One.
occurrence is 1, guys. Without checking any condition, minimum one time the do execute, right? Yeah. What are the for loop and while loop minimum occurrences? Minimum occurrences in for loop and while loop 0 times, right? Because condition is not met, it won't execute any body, right? Condition is not met, it won't execute any body, guys. That's what I'm saying. The minimum occurrences in for loop and while loop is 0 times. The minimum occurrences in do while loop is what? 1 time, right? Guys, the minimum occurrences in do while how many times here? 1 time, right? Exactly. Guys, for loop and while loop, first it will check in the data, check the condition, come inside the loop, right? For loop and while loop. Guys, for loop and while loop, first it will check the data, then come inside the loop. For loop and while loop. What about do while loop, guys? What about do while loop?
It will execute the body first, then it will check for condition.
Condition at last, right? At end, right? That is
It will
the
exit. Yes.
exit control loop, right? Guys, for loop and while loop is entry control loop. Entry control means what? Starting itself, it will check the data, come out of the loop, right? Entry control loop, guys. What about do while here? Do while is like exit control loop, right? Do while is like just like exit control loop, right? Exactly, guys. This is like entry control loop and exit control loop. And in do while, minimum occurrences are one, because without checking any condition, first time what executed. In for loop and while loop, the minimum occurrences are what? Zero, right? Minimum occurrences are zero. Guys, always try to analyze the subject. Even when I'm teaching also, while teaching also, I'll analyze the content. Hmm? Analyzation is very, very important, guys. When you require the while loop, do while loop like that. So do of body, while of condition here. Just you can check this code, guys. What the syntax of the do while is what? Do braces while ending in semicolon here. Here ending in semicolon is mandatory, guys. While ending in semicolon is mandatory. Guys, is our condition is true or false now? While of the condition? Guys, condition is true or false?
True, sir.
False.
Hmm.
That is the initialization error.
Oi. Guys are ఏందో. Guys, what's the output now? Some guys are saying error, some guys are saying false, some guys are saying true. What is this, man?
It will execute good morning for sure. But just why?
So first, tell me, is the syntax
You
correct?
said error. Why error?
So is the syntax correct?
What
While
is
will not
that?
execute, it will execute good morning.
Syntax is correct only, right? The syntax of do while is what? Do of body while I return the condition, semicolon is there. This is the do while syntax. Huh? In the same code I written, right?
Okay.
Do of
So
uh,
in this case, sir, good morning will be shown on the output once, and after that it will exit.
that's it, right? But this condition is true or false even? The condition is false, right? Even the condition is false.
Condition is false.
Even the condition is false. The loop executed once, right? That's it. That is the intention, guys. Yeah. Good morning is printed one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the condition is false, the loop executed one time or not. That is intention of the do while, guys. Do while means even the condition is failed, the minimum occurrence is what? The minimum occurrence are one time, right? Guys, the minimum occurrence is what? One time, right? Guys, this is
One time.
10 times. Don't think I always like I equals 0 is there, I plus plus is there like that. But see, guys, printing the data 10 times, we never use while loop and do while loop. But to print the data 10 times, we have the initialization part is there, we have the increment decrement part is there, we have the condition part is there. For this, we will use
For
do while loop or while loop or for loop.
for loop.
That is basically the option, guys. Definitely will go for the for loop only. Hmm? But we can print using do while also, but not recommended, right? Definitely how to go with the for loop. In the for loop, we can see all the in for loop we can see all the statements in a single line, right? All the statements in what? Single line, guys. That's it. Guys, this case what output now? Tell me. This case, what is the output? Yeah. Guys, this case what output now? Do of good morning, while of true, good evening.
Good morning one time, print. Good evening infinity time.
Infinite time.
So Kumar, you are saying very dangerous answers, man, today. So Kumar, you only told this answer, right?
Unreached,
Uh,
unreachable
sir, I
code.
didn't.
no, Guru.
Guru.
Only good morning, sir. Will be repeated infinite times.
Wait, check the code, man.
Unreachable.
Check the code. Your online classes, that's all. If you live classes mean I will take care about it. But online classes means who will take care? Guys, what is the output?
Unreachable code.
Ah, Vidya is
Yes,
correct.
unreachable code.
Like, give a claps to Vidya. Vidya said correct answer. Claps to Vidya. Arey,
Can you hear the clap?
yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Guys,
We appreciate your efforts, Divya.
Thank you, thank you.
Welcome.
definitely it's unreachable statement, right? Exactly. Guys, because it's a true. True means what? The loop is repeated infinite times. Then what happened here? Good morning is executed like good morning executed like good morning executed like unreachable statement, right? Exactly. Whatever this statement, guys, I written the false now. When enter the false, now what is output?
Sir, in this case, good morning will be written once, then after that, good evening will be written there. And that's it, yes.
Any unreachable statement, generally when you write the true and false, the code is unreachable, right? In general.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now this example, you'll get output a error message.
We will get an output, sir. First, good morning, then second time, good evening.
Exactly. First, good morning is printed without checking condition. Good morning is printed.
Yes.
Now condition is false.
Yes.
Come out of the loop. Good evening executed. Here all the statements are executing, not executing. Guys, all the statements are
All
executing,
the
not executing.
statements
Yeah,
are
all the statements are
Not
executing.
executing.
Why
Yes.
not executing? Here, first of all, do body executed.
While loop we are not entering.
Huh?
While loop we are not entering. Only the two syntax will be printed.
Oh my god. See, while this is not a code of while loop. That is the wrong analysis again. See, up to this one is only do while syntax. This is like remaining code, rest of the code. Good evening. You don't think like this is the code belongs to the while loop again. So do while loop means do is one, while is another one. Don't think like that. Do while means completely up to this one is the syntax of the do while. Up to this one is the syntax of the do while means up to this one is the syntax of the do while. Then check the condition. So first good morning is printed. After good morning, false. False means come out of the loop. Come out of the loop means what? Do while is completed, right? Come out of the loop means this is the outside of the loop. Good evening, right? Both are executed. Maybe you're thinking like this is the statement which is belongs to the while loop. Which is completely wrong. Check the syntax, man. Check the syntax. Hmm? We're clear, right? Yeah, do while like that. Guys, here all the statements are executing properly, no problem at all. All the statements are executing properly. We got the output like good morning and good evening, right? We got the output like good morning and what? Good evening, right? Exactly, guys. Guys, are you clear now? There is information about which loop, guys.
Do well.
Do while, right? Yeah, that's all about the looping statement, guys. For loop is done, for each loop is done, while loop is done, do while loop is done, and these are about the do while statement. These are assignment answers, man. Try to check these answers once if you want. Try to check the answers once. Very clear now. Good. Guys, we're done with the flow control statements. Almost all taken the 4 days. So first day we discussed if else and else if. Next day completely switch. Completely switch. Next day one completely for loop. And today we're done with the for each loop and while loop, do while loop, right? And we done the break and continue, guys. Break is used to Break is used to stop the loop. Continue is used to skip the iteration. Go to is unused keyword, guys. Go to we are not using in present application, so you no need to check the go to statement. And the try we will discuss as part of exception handling. In exception raised in the try block, the control goes to corresponding catch block, right? In the exception raised in the try block, the control goes to corresponding catch block. Return, guys. Return. What about return here? Return means what? In method level we'll discuss about return statement, guys. Method level we will discuss about return statement. Method level we'll discuss a return statement, guys. So try as part of exception handling, return as part of methods, and go to is unused keyword, not required, and we done the break and the continue, right? Exactly, guys, that's all about our flow control statements in Java. So as of now we done how many topics, guys, total? Yes, as of now we done how many topics total? 3 topics are completed. Topic 1 will be the
Yes, sir.
mm, yeah, 3 topics are done, guys. Guys, tomorrow we have the class. Anyhow, tomorrow I'll take the class. Um, tomorrow we have the class by. Do one thing, guys. Tomorrow you have the class by 8 o'clock. What the time? Tomorrow you have the class by 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow you have the class by 8 to 10. After 10 o'clock. Yeah, tomorrow you have the class
8 to
by
10 for 2 hours.
2 hours. Not required, then I will take 1 hour only, no problem.
No, sir, required.
Guys, I am too lazy. If you are okay, I will take the class. If you saying like at least one guy said like no, I will stop the class. I won't take the class again. Yes, yes or
Please
no?
take the class.
I thought I am the only.
10 o'clock.
Ratan sir, you are saying that you are lazy. Before hearing this, I thought that I was the only lazy person on this earth.
No, I am also lazy.
Sir, one thing, I don't know if I have missed anywhere these points. Why do we use like in a main method static void?
We didn't
In
discuss that
class.
points as of now. The time will come. Wait for the time.
Okay.
Time will come. Java is guys. I think flow control is 4 days, right? Can I take in 3 days? I think 4 days is okay, right? Can I make it 3 days? As you know, I'm expecting like
Yes,
flow
sir, you
control
can make it 3 days.
3 days.
You can make it 3 days, sir. Yes, 4 days are too much. Because I think that everybody in this batch, and if someone is new, he can also understand it.
So 3 days is fine. First day I taken if else else if.
3 days is fine.
Second day switch has taken
So
1
3
day.
days are fine, I think.
3 days are fine, right?
Yeah.
4 days is
Yes,
too
yes,
much.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, we will see. We will see next class onwards. I decided this is a flow. This is 3 days only. It's fine. And guys, we done the first
So,
three topics, right?
so Ratan,
For these three topics, introduction, data type, operators, and flow control elements, I'll prepare one test, guys. You try to prepare for the test, and you try to complete this test, guys. By Monday, try to complete the test, and please let me know how many marks you got. I'll share the questions.
okay,
I'll
sir.
share you the answers also even. You try to take the test, guys. Before taking the test, you prepare well for the three topics. Prepare well for the three topics, then attempt the test. Without preparing three topics, time pass purpose, don't attempt the test, guys. Please. Time pass purpose, don't attempt the test. So I will share you 20 questions. First, you try to check the three topics. Okay, you feel like you are ready. You feel like you are ready with the three topics, then you can complete this test one, guys. So how many questions are there? 20 questions, guys. Out of 20 questions, you got 20 marks. 10 questions are theory, 10 questions are practicals. 10 questions are theory, 10 questions are practicals. If you got the 15
And
marks, you are a good man. You are very good actually in the first three topics. How many marks, guys? I'm expecting just like 15. If you're getting 15 means so that you're doing very good in the Java. If you got the 10 means okay. 10 is also not that much easy. 10 also okay. Below 10 means you have to improve, man. Below 10 means you have to improve. Yeah, these are the answers,
so,
guys.
what are the topics?
First three topics, man.
First 3 topics. Okay, okay, sorry.
Introduction, operators, flow control statements. These are the three topics.
Okay, okay, okay.
For these
Okay.
three topics, these are 20 questions, these are the answers. And you try to see these questions and
so,
try to attempt the test. Take one paper, write the answers. After writing answers, check the answers. After checking the answer, you try to check how many marks you got. Just correct the answers. Just to check how many marks you got. Is it
So, do
clear?
we need to create our own tabs in this protected text or?
No, just you can see these questions. Take one paper, white paper with you. No? In white paper, you can write the answer for the first one, second one answers. You can write simply answers, right? In white paper. After
Okay, okay,
writing
okay.
after writing answer, just you can check this tab. You correct your answers. What is the answer you write in white paper? Just correct the
Okay, okay.
answer.
And if we
Yes.
have any confusions, we can discuss it with you.
First you write the exam, check the answers. Let me know how many marks you got first of all. Later
Okay.
we will discuss if any confusion about the question. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
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 Guys, but
And
10
so
questions are
new link
theory
for that.
questions. 10 questions are theory questions. Theory questions definitely 10 out of 10 I'm expecting. Practical questions are 10 is there. At least I'm expecting 5. So minimum 15 is the target. Minimum is a 15 is the target, guys. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's all, guys. That's all for today class.
So we will be getting a new link for tomorrow's class for 2 hours.
No, same link.
So but
8
it
o'clock.
starts at no. So but it starts at 9 a.m. right?
8.
No, when we start,
8
it
to
will
10.
start automatically. We will see. I'll check with the admin and I'll let you know. Hmm?
So
Yeah,
what will
actually,
be
you
the
talk to the
topic for
admins
tomorrow?
We will see. I don't know the
because I
topic
think
tomorrow. Tomorrow the topic will be maybe that is variables, instance and static and local variables. Instance variable class concept will
Okay.
start maybe tomorrow. That depends. Hmm?
Mm.
Yeah. Then guys, tomorrow
so
we'll meet.
you okay, sir. Bye.
If you tell me, yaar.
Yeah, no, sir. I'm just asking because we use very much these things like GoToMeeting and Zoom meetings. So if something happens like this, if there's any change, we can cancel the current meeting and we create a new meeting link for that. That's the only thing I'm saying to you, sir.
Okay.
So you just talk to the admin guys and tell them to cancel the
Yeah.
current link for 9 o'clock and create a new one for tomorrow only, 8 to 10.
Okay. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.